Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I can't get this thing out of my head. I think it was Peter Buck from REM and Neil Young, and they were doing an interview, and they were talking about music and talking about their love of vinyl and the analog sound compared to the digital sound, and what a shame it was that the industry kind of pushed it aside. And then he went on to say something like, those people at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame better think twice about inducting me, because if I get that podium in front of those people, I'm going to have a lot to say. So I hope Neil's feeling feisty tonight. And speaking of feisty, some smartass who arranged the tables put our table right next to Ticketmaster's table over here. So I predict a food fight by the end of the evening. And I would recommend to the classy people like Lou Reed and Laurie Anderson over there to scoot away or join in. Maybe we should all join in while we got them right here. I was talking with this guy, Joel Bernstein, who's a friend of Neil's, a comrade and co-worker, and he was cataloging all of Neil's tapes from over the years for a box set. And there were tapes, there were 8 tracks and 16 tracks and 24 tracks and cassettes, like 1,000 of them. And I asked, were any of them labeled? And he said, yeah, they were labeled. They were labeled Wednesday night, Monday morning, Jam and B. And after it was all done, I think Joel ended up cataloging them by songs, like the 40 best versions of Tonight's the Night and the 65 best versions of Cortez the Killer. And Neil and I were standing in this room and we were looking at all these, and I thought he was going to maybe take one down and we were going to play it. And he looked around and he said, I got to get out of here. I saw a man overwhelmed by his body of work. On the way over, Stone Gossard, he said his friend Lonnie called Neil's music mountain funk. He was the king of mountain funk. I thought that was pretty cool. He's taught us a lot as a band about dignity and commitment and playing in the moment. And when I hear, the speeches and inducting Janis Joplin and Frank Zappa, I'm just really glad he's still here. And I'm gonna, yeah. And I think I'm going to have to say that I don't know if there's been another artist that has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to commemorate a career that is still as vital as he is today. Some of his best songs were on his last record. Well, it's a real privilege to be up here inducting him to a great songwriter, a great performer, a great Canadian. Welcome to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Neil Young.
Well, I wish I had a bunch of people up here with me that could thank everybody, and then I could just walk off and be cool like Dickie was. It's a solo thing now. Just like to thank the Hall of Fame very much for allowing me to join this amazing roster of artists, and it's a very emotional moment for me now. I'd like to thank my mom. Let's see. I'd like to thank everybody. My band, Crazy Horse. Stand up, you guys. I could never have made it without you guys, that's for sure. Everybody knows that. And I'd like to thank my producer over the years. Many different albums, all, I think, really from the heart. David Briggs. Thank you, David. And of course, there's all the people in the music industry that helped me out and kind of brought me along, starting with Ahmed, who signed us to Buffalo Springfield, and then believed in us. And I was telling Eddie, I said, when Ahmed walked in the session, you just got good. You got good. You know, you got good, right? It just happened as soon as he walked in. Yeah. So that happened. They recorded a couple where we were good because Ahmed was there. Some of the other ones weren't as good, but that's okay too. So thank you, Ahmed. I love you. You're the greatest. I mean, words cannot describe what you did and how you believed in us and how you believed in me and how you believed in me enough to let me go from Atlantic Records because you knew that Stephen and I would not be able to work it out between us being solo artists on the same record company. So he had the wisdom to say okay to me, and I said, and I still say thank you, Ahmed. And I'd like to thank Mo Austin, who stood beside me for so long. And I'd like to thank my manager, Elliot Roberts, who's around here somewhere. Thank you, Elliot. And for making such a good deal with Mo there and getting my house paid for. And got me that new 48 Lincoln I wanted so much. Things have been good for me for a long time, so if I look kind of sad, it's bullshit, forget it. I'm doing good. Something about my songs, everybody thinks I'm, kind of downbeat, but it was that other guy who was up here was kind of feeling up-tempo. I saw him on TV, too, and I can dig why he feels like that, because it makes some great records, but anyway, I'm just rambling on, but that's okay, because I think it, like I say, I got a group here with me, but you can't see them, and I'm saving the best for last, so stop yelling at me, okay? I remember. That's Elliot. He's telling me who to thank and everything, Don't forget, I was. He's still he's managing this speech. But, there's a lot of great music out there today. I'm proud to be a part of it, and really happy that there are so many great bands out there. And I'd like to thank Kurt Cobain for giving me inspiration to renew my commitments. And most of all, I love you, Peggy. Okay? Thank you very much.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?